Alright guys, here we are, episode 37. I think I got it right? Yeah. Episode 37 of Days of Pony. And it's Hearthwarming Eve time! Hooray! Hearthwarming Eve. So, here we go guys. This is Hearthwarming Eve, right here, right now. By Meriwether Williams. And remember, Meriwether had already been, it was 3 episodes ago when we last saw Meriwether. And she didn't do all too good. Given this was her first episode, I expect better from her in this episode. So, Hearthwarming Eve, the last episode that I watched on YouTube before I started watching them on television. See what happens. So, Hearthwarming Eve is Equestria's most celebrated winter holiday. It's basically the closest thing they have to our Christmas. And it is tradition for ponies to act out a play that illustrates the origin of the holiday. Princess Celestia invites Twilight Sparkle and her Ponyville friends to Canterlot to star in the pageant about the founding of Equestria. So, that's a world-building element right there. Now we know the way that Equestria was made. And it wasn't just the fact that Pinkie Pie got her cutie mark. Now, before we get into the actual details of the actual, story inside the story, the main 6 are basically arguing. Mostly the fact that Fluttershy is too scared to perform. No one will close the outside window. Dash is too into the fact that this is mostly about her, not about the founding of Equestria. Yada yada yada. Also, Derpy showing up in the first few seconds of Act 1. So, yeah. If you find the curtains at the beginning, the curtains in the beginning, just watch the curtains in the beginning. They'll zoom in on her and then show her on the backside. Just show what's actually happening backstage. Anyway, so with the friends arguing, this sets up the story inside the story pretty well. Actual emotions right now. Anyway, the story reenacts how unicorns, Pegasi, and earth ponies were once at odds with one another, arguing and fighting over petty things. Their cold behavior toward one another was causing a perpetual winter, making it hard for them to survive. A meeting among the leaders of each tribe did not resolve the differences. And, of course, those tribe leaders are Princess Platinum, as played by Rarity, Commander Hurricane, as played by Rainbow Dash, and Chancellor Puddinghead, as played by Pinkie Pie. Well, the tribes, along with their assistants, Fluttershy, Private Pansy, Applejack, Smart Cookie, and Twilight Sparkle, Clover the Clever, the tribes decide to find a new land to populate separately, as they all go on their separate ways, going from, with the Pegasi going from wherever they came from through the world and across clouds in the sky to the new area. The unicorns going from their castle to across a river to a mountain full of gems. And the earth ponies going from their castle to a mountain, whatever, to ground, solid land. After much searching, they each settle in the land of what is now known as Equestria. But, really, they basically call it different things. The Pegasi call it Pegasopolis. The unicorns call it Unicornia. And the Earth Ponies originally called it Dirtville, but thanks to Smart Cookie, they called it Earth. So each of these new lands actually has to do with something that something that has to go along with what type of pony they are. So yeah, pretty big there. And it's paradise, or so they thought. The tribes argued about whom the land belonged to, each claimed to have found it first, because the area that they're in is basically the same area. Even though, in a sense, the Pegasi controlled the air and the clouds, the unicorn should have the mountain, and the earthworms just have the dry land. Easy, right? You know? Just that. That's how it works. Just like normal, maybe. And of course, you know, then they'll have to do other things, but whatever. But as the bickering continued, but here's the thing. Back in their old home, there was a gigantic blizzard. Just gigantic snowstorm that came in. They find this new land, free of the blizzard. Then, here's the thing. The blizzard follows up. The blizzard and the snow come in. And it's like, wait, how did they get here? The 6 of them find a cave. They keep arguing, splitting the cave into thirds. Always just fighting each other, basically. And then the cave freezes over, yada yada yada. And then, as the bickering continued, a group of Wendigos appears. And the leaders are basically frozen. The winter spirits feed off of fighting and hatred, and were drawn by the tension among the 3 tribe leaders. So really, this is one of the bigger, some of the big other beasts, as the book calls it, or villains, in a while. I don't know if this is coming through, but right there, that is the Wendigos right there. There are the Wendigos. Cockatrice up there, Hydra over here. What else are you seeing? Corey Eels in Upside Down House. The Ursa Major and Minor. That we're gonna have to see later. And can I show this one off? Not yet, no. But yeah. There's Diamond Dogs. That's what they look like. I'm just showing you guys what the other characters are looking like right now. And then, of course, Nightmare Moon. So, you know, whatever. Anyway, back to the actual episode here. So, yada yada, Wendigos, blah blah blah. The leaders realize, well, actually, the assistants realize that the behavior of the leaders had destroyed this once pristine land as well. They agreed to try to put aside their differences and claim the land together. Or at least the assistants basically say, you know what? I don't hate you guys. Not like the leaders do. So, the 3 of them are friends. Oh, and then Clover the Clever makes, apparently, unintentionally casts a spell that makes the fire of friendship, which is just gigantic heart on fire and whatnot, pink fire, sending the Wendigos back. They try to keep it, and then the 3 of them keep it warm. The leaders melt. The ice around the leaders melt, and back to normal. That's when they settle and, you know, claim the land together. And the power of their newfound friendship restored the land, which they shared forever after, formally calling it Equestria. Insert song. Na 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 na. Insert ending where they are basically back to being really great friends again. Window thing happens. They start to argue, but then, sound of the Wendigos. You know what? I'm just going to close it. It says Rainbow Dash. Done. Friendship lesson while during the play, which is probably the earliest that we've ever had a friendship lesson. AJ, a smart cookie. We brought this blizzard to our home by fighting and not trusting each other. Now it's destroying this land too. And then Twilight. And now our bodies will become as cold as our hearts, all because we were foolish enough to hate. Thanks on ending on a downer, but hey, everything is saved. The end. And thoughts on Hearth's Eve? I loved it! This was great! This was amazing! I loved this episode. Meriwether Williams? Yeah, oh, okay, so she was bad one time. This was better! This was better, and I hope that if she keeps doing more episodes, hopefully they're like this. So, 8.6 out of 10. 8.6. And that's That's what I give this episode, an 8.6. And that's it. So thanks for watching this episode. Happy early Hearthswarming Eve, and even though that's about less than 2 months away from now. And yeah, so up next, the one that Equestria Daily did before Hearthswarming Eve, when they should have done it after, like I'm doing. Family Appreciation Day, the first episode that I actually watched on my television. Also, first one of 2012. Hello, BaroniCon 2012 Winter. Yay. Sorry about that. Just football stuff, whatnot. Patriots completely down now. This is bad, but whatever. So, I'll see you guys for this episode. Later.